Tonight, MoDOT held a public meeting to discuss a safety study of the BNSF Marceline subdivision after a deadly train derailment killed 4 and injured 150 people back in June of 2022.
Our ABC 17's Mitchell Kaminsky is live from the Northwestern Public School in Mendon, where that meeting took place tonight. Mitchell, MoDOT rolled out its plans to update railroad crossings in Chariton County.
Megan, Lucas, in early 2023, MoDOT began a study to improve the safety of all passenger rail corridors. There are 21 of those in Chariton County, and the proposed changes would cost about $6.5 million. However, as one MoDOT spokesperson said during the meeting, we have a generational opportunity to improve rail safety due to all the funding they got in wake of the Mendon accident. According to MoDOT, there are 1,400 railroad crossings in Missouri that are on public roads and have no gates or crossings. In wake of the fatal 2022 derailment in Mendon, MoDOT wanted to look at 3 corridors with 47 crossings that deal with passenger freights. I asked Assistant Chief Engineer Eric Schroeder if the study would have taken place if not for the derailment.
We've always had money to do safety improvements, but it's so little that when you have 1,400, we're doing 5 to 6 a year. Well, this year, when this kind of highlighted the issue to everybody, and it gave us a chance to explain that there's 1,400 across the state. It's, Mendon was the latest tragedy. How do we avoid another one?
The proposed changes would close the crossings at Snyder Road, Atchison Avenue, Whitman Avenue, and Porsche Prairie, which was the site of the fatal derailment in 2022. However, some residents were concerned that the proposed closures would block key access points.
If there was a hunting accident, a farm accident, we've got farmers that are working down in there, maybe construction workers, it could be railroad workers even, that, if there was anyone that had a medical emergency and there was a train blocking one of those crossings, then that could be an issue.
Mike Spencer has lived in Mendon his entire life. And while he was glad that MoDOT was being proactive in keeping people safe, he believes there are larger issues that need to be addressed.
We've got a lot of highway infrastructure that also needs to be looked at. A lot of these people traveling up and down these highways will never cross any of these railroad corridors or crossings up and down this corridor that we're talking about tonight.
MoDOT was listening to all these residents' complaints and making sure to take notes as people were talking to them individually. They're also taking feedback cards. And as one MoDOT spokesperson told me, no one knows how these changes are going to affect people better than the folks that already live here. Reporting live in Mendon, Mitchell Kaminsky, ABC 17 News.
Mitchell, thank you for that report tonight. National accident investigators said the design of the railroad crossing contributed to that crash. The crossing did not have working lights or bells to warn drivers of oncoming trains. However, MoDOT warned just adding lights does not automatically fix these crossings because over half of train deaths happen at crossings with lights.